drone here. What's going on, guys? We're going to test a little range of this WFLY controller. This is a Bugs 3. It is modded considerably. Not crazily. We didn't upgrade the motors or the ESCs or anything, and it's the same board, but we do have a FXT Mars camera on it. We do have a transmitter. That's the antenna sticking out there for the FPV, and we do also have our drone antenna sticking up. We're going to take it for a little FPV range fly. Let's go!
All right, here we go. We have takeoff. Again, we're using FXT Mars camera. I have lightened the resolution, not the resolution, I've brightened the DVR just a bit because the Fat Shark's DVR just drowns stuff out terribly. So what we're doing here, again, is doing a mild range run. We're not going crazy with this, but I want to see if this radio is usable for me, if this radio is good for a long distance chill flight. So we're going to try to hit the third field here and see that we can control it. It's extremely windy. Extremely windy. We have the wind to our back. We've made it out here very quickly. I mean, you can see we're just nearing like 40 seconds or so, I think, and we've got out here quick. So that's good. That's decent range right there. Almost hit a half a mile. So that's cool, but we're gonna go ahead and slowly fly back. Now again, the reason it's going to be considerably slower than it was on the way out is because we have heavy wind. I think it's like around 11 to 12 mile per hour wind that we're flying directly into. So you'll see me raise altitude here just a little bit and try to dive down to the earth, but I don't want to get so far down that I have trees blocking my reception. So we only do light dives. That's just trying to go a little bit quicker. You can see my voltage down on the bottom left. I'm able to see that because I have this all wired into the same system. The FXT Mars camera outputs that for me, which is awesome. There's no beta flight involved in this Bugs 3 that's on the carbon. It's literally a Bugs 3 gutted, put it on a carbon, put a FXT Mars camera on it, had it hooked up to a transmitter, and it's all tied into the same system. So, what do you guys think? I think that was pretty good. I don't think the average person is flying stuff like this out that far, especially if you're flying line of sight. You're definitely not flying stuff out this far. And I have to say, I absolutely love the way the controller looks. If you don't remember what the controller looks like, go to the first part of the video. I love the way the controller looks. The toggle button, which is just a single button, you push it up, down, left, or right. That's how you toggle through things instead of a bunch of different buttons or 4 different buttons or 2 different buttons. It's all on one, and it's also touchscreen. We're just going to do a little cruising around here just to burn the battery a little bit more. That way I get a full juiced battery, juiced down battery, I guess you should say. And we're just going to kind of follow the path over here, then we'll come back over the abyss. Again, pay attention to the voltage, bottom left. That's what I'm basing my flight on here. It's at 7.3, it starts to blink, but that's a sag. That is definitely a sag, and I'll be able to show you that it's a sag because we will end up landing this, and then I decide to take off again just because my voltage rose back up. So we're getting a sag at 7.2, 7.3. It should raise a little bit more here before I set it down, but we'll find out. Again, keep an eye on it. Total flight time on this was a little bit lower than it normally was in the past when I've flown this, but in the past I did not have the FXT Mars camera on it. I didn't have an external transmitter. I just had an AIO hooked directly into the board, and we also use a stock battery. We are using a 2,200 milliamp an hour battery. I believe it's an NPow battery on this, so that's all increasing in weight, which is contributing to a shorter flight time. But we're not done yet. We're gonna cruise around here just a little bit more. Then we're gonna go ahead and sit down, and then we're gonna cruise around a little bit more. So this is decent flight time, especially for an extremely aggressive flight. Again, the direction we're flying into is the direction we're flying against wind. When we turn around completely and jet the other way, which was the initial direction that we went, that is flying with the wind. As you can see, it's raising back up to the 7.4 as I'm trying to sit it down because we're really not drawing on anything, and I should have just let the DVR go. You see it went 7.5. It actually went up to 7.6, as you can see right here, as I've restarted the DVR. And again, just want to get a full burn on this. So my build, if you want to check my build out, maybe I'll try to link that at some point up top or in the comments or whatever, of this drone. It's slightly altered, but this is big on the controller. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to get out. I wanted to see that the controller is not only cool looking, not only has touchscreen, not only has an awesome navigation up, down, left, and right all on one button, but that it's actually getting range, and it just proved it got pretty darn good range just for a test trial. Guys, I'm J Drone. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns, put it down below. We're gonna do a little walkaroo in goggles. Where you at? 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 Over here? Nope. There. Yeah, J Drone.